strengthened the very fabric of our democracy. Let me take a moment to also commend and congratulate those who have been honored. Through your efforts, you have affirmed the truth found in the statement made by Booker T. Washington. There are two ways of exerting one's strength. One is pushing down, the other is pulling up. And truly, that spirit of dedication, of perseverance, of courage, of commitment, of stick-to-itiveness is sorely needed in these times in which we find ourselves. Yes, these times. For some, perhaps the best of times. But for far too many, perhaps the worst of times. These times call not for merriment, but for movement, not for cheerful contentment, but for constant commitment. Now, before I go any further, I do have to make one thing perfectly clear. I am a 100% dyed-in-the-wool, card-carrying believer in the dream. That is capital T, capital D. The dream that led my father from a bus boycott in Montgomery, Alabama, to the vision of the mountaintop in Memphis, Tennessee. That's the dream I believe in. It's a dream about freedom. Freedom from exploitation, from oppression, from prejudice, from poverty, from violence. The dream of a nation and a world where each and every child can have the opportunity to simply be the very best that they can be. I believe that along with racism, sexism, and anti-Semitism, homophobic attitudes and practices are unjust and unworthy of a free society and must be opposed by all Americans who truly believe in democracy. Now, there are the folks who, for whatever reasons, have chosen not to believe. Well. I call them the bystanders, standing as they often do on the sidelines of the great issues of our time. Of course, I know none of them are in this room. But I think you will recognize them. I think they tend to fall into three groups. The first group I like to call the woulda, coulda, shoulda folks. Now, you see, these folks can really fool you because when they talk, they sound pretty dedicated. Yeah. But when it's time to get down to business, time to do some real work, they're the first ones out the door. That is, if they showed up.